Hey guys, welcome back to Baker's Acres. I'm Myron. Today is going to be a little unplanned event that we're going to do, which is completely normal on a farm. On our farm, it's completely normal to have unplanned events, unplanned projects, just like it's going to be normal on your farm. But come on in, Mama. Let me show what we got. All right, so we got 62 or 63? 62 birds.
5 weeks old.
My goodness. Give me 1 second. Call them back. But what we got is 62 birds in this about 10 by 10 pen, 100 square foot. But what we encounter every morning is how old are they?
They're about 5 weeks. They're about 5.5 weeks.
Okay. So they keep jumping over this small half bag barrier that we built during the winter, and they keep meeting us over here. So that's letting us know that they need more room, and we're going to give it to them. So we're going to take down some of these bag barriers and let them through. And then they'll have this pen, which is about 100 square feet as well. They'll have 200 square foot for the 63 birds. And that is going to be plenty of room until they grow out 8 weeks, 9 weeks, whenever they sell. So here's what I'll do real quick. I'll take some of these bags down. All right. Open it up for them. Ooh, almost tripped. And guys, this is super simple. These bags, as you can see, these are just feed bags that we use. Now, if you would look up, we use them as wind barriers on all the pens for the winter. Because oh my goodness, wind will create havoc for livestock in the winter. Oh, it's cold, y'all know it's cold. Miserable. My goodness. Here you go. Any chance we have to wind block, we're gonna take it. And this winter we used these bags.
It worked in a pinch. I needed something we were on the farm, it was getting windy. It's like I need something quick, I don't want to spend a lot of money. And I looked around, had tons of feed bags and some scrap 2x4s.
There you go. One more.
And they're small, it works perfect. They don't need all this much space when they're small little 2-3 week old chicks. But once they get about 4 or 5 weeks, they can fly over. It's time to let them grow out into the bigger space.
You look over here, we use this as a sort of a storage area. We'll keep it here. I'm going to take them all now, so we're going to give them the whole area. There's my screws. There's the screws. There
Yeah, I
we go.
grab these.
Okay. Go ahead and get these last two and open it up completely to them. But things like this happen on a farm. And it is completely okay, natural.
Yeah. We were planning to do this tomorrow. We have a sellout tomorrow, and these guys were going to move next door, but we decided to go ahead and do this today and go and get out the way. One less thing we got to do tomorrow.
And I'll tell you what, these unplanned events that I speak of, people, ranchers with bulls, we don't have a bull yet on the place. But I hear it all the time. Ranchers with bulls, their bulls get out. That's unplanned. You know what's going to happen, but you just don't know when. They got to go chase down a bull that maybe chasing a neighbor ranch's heifers or cows. You just never know. It happens.
They break through a fence you thought was secure.
But guys, come on in. Let's talk about these guys. So, as you see, as Mary alluded to, these guys are 5 weeks of age, and that's how big they are. These are Cornish cross meat birds.
Get the breast picture of these.
Oh, okay. Let me
These guys could probably go as fryers. We
Yeah.
keep them a little longer. Our customers like to have them as a finished bird. Turn it sideways so I can see the front.
This one?
Yeah, there you
There
go.
you go.
You want to see the breast meat.
There we go. Breast meat.
Yeah.
Is that good? My fingers in the way?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay. Now, guys, new farmers, this right here, this is their crawl. This is where all their food gets stored for digestion. So whenever you see this after your birds eat, Don't be alarmed. This is very natural. It's their crawl. This is where they keep their food. It's like a traveling food suitcase inside their body.
You want to talk about the feeders? Or want me to tell them about the feeders?
Oh, the feeders. Here on Baker's Acres, we try to keep this size, maybe a little younger, all the way up until we sell them, even with our Orpingtons that we'll have. We try to keep it to where it's only about 10 birds per feeder. More than that, they start crowding out. They
cut each other
they'll
open.
jump on each other and cut their bodies open with their claws or talons. And that's something that we learned the hard way back early when we started this, is we have one or two for, I don't know, 40, 50
Here,
birds.
So we're talking about right there.
All right, perfect example. Perfect example. Let me grab this little baby right here. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This little guy got jumped on and cut right there. That's bad. We don't like that. So we learned the hard way. And as you can see, it still happens from time to time, but not as much as before. So we try to keep as many feeders that would feed 10 birds per feeder. So we have 63 in here. We got 6 feeders. Tell you what, guys, we're gonna shut this video down. Let these guys. Oh, what do we got, Mom?
So the feed amount doesn't change, just the amount of feeders. So right now these guys are on 15 pounds of feed for 5 weeks for 62 birds. We were at 4 feeders, 5 feeders. We added a 6 feeder. The weight doesn't change. You just add more feeders, just kind of spread out the rations evenly through all the feeders so everybody has even food across the board. The water is a 5-gallon water. It lasts in the wintertime like this. It's kind of spring, still kind of cool nights. The water lasts all day. So we only have to fill that up once. If it gets hotter, we'll add a second feeder. We usually have about a 5-gallon water for every 50 birds. These guys are small, so they can do it with the one, but when they get to the full size, we'll have 2 of these in here, so we're not filling up 2 or 3 times a day. We just do it the once a day. We have the heat lamps.
Pardon me. If it gets to where we need more water, we'll add an extra water.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, he said feeder.
Water,
But that's okay.
yeah.
It's all
Yeah,
right.
add extra water. We have several of these 5 gallons. Anything heavier, you can't carry them out here. We can have the ability to run a hose through here, but we have a cart that we travel. We can put them on here, roll them over to the faucet, fill them up, and then roll them back in. We have heat lamps. They're turned off right now because these guys really don't need a heat lamp. Now Tuesday, it's supposed to drop to the 30s. Just because I'm a little paranoid, I'll turn those heat lamps on just for extra cause. They need it, they'll be in it. They don't need it, they won't. But at least they'll have it just in case. Last thing I want to do is lose any birds to clutter, smothering. It's not fun coming out here and finding dead birds on something that was preventable. So those heat lamps will stay. They're kind of low, which we're fine with that. They're, like I said, if they want to be in it, they'll get in it. They don't like it, they'll move away from it, but they'll have it if they need it. The windbreaks we'll have up. This wall here, these used to be goat pens, so we did not build them this way, but this second wall acts as a second barrier to the wind. So if it does get extra windy in here, like I said, these guys at 5 weeks don't really need all the extra barrier, but these guys did not start in here at 5 weeks. These guys started in here about 2 weeks old. So all this extra wind barrier has really helped out keep that heat inside the coop, but also offered ventilation. There's not a smell in here because we have the ventilation. This ground here is clean. This has been cleaned out. This had a different purpose, but like we said, things go unplanned with these things, so they're actually going to have this extra pen, and we're going to get to work on this pen later on today. We were planning to do a big clean out tomorrow. I was going to do several pens tomorrow, but things happen, things change, so we're going to do this pen today after we get done with this video. We're let's see here, but these guys are fed for the day. We only feed once a day. Once I fill the feeders up with their 15 pounds, they'll spend the most of the afternoon eating. We feed around noon, so they're not starving all day as if I fed them at 8 o'clock in the morning. So these guys eat about noon. When they're done, and they just pretty much do what they're supposed to do, which is sit, drink water, and get fat.
Oh, can I elaborate, please?
Yes, you can.
I'll tell you what. And to Mary's point right there, to Mama's point right there, we feed once a day, about noon, like she said. There's different guidelines. You could, I don't know exactly what these bags say, but we've read in several sources that feed 12 on and 12 off. Well, for our guidelines that we use per poundage of feed per bird, they're done with this food in 30 minutes to an hour. So with that logic, feeding 12 on and 12 off, are we really supposed to come out here every 30 minutes and feed the feeders or fill the feeders every 30 minutes because they've already eaten? Our birds would be so huge they would die of heart attacks. They would not be healthy birds.
They would not make it to processing.
They would not make it to processing age if you went 12 on and 12 off, in our experience. Other facilities may have different experiences, but we just feed one time a day. Once they're done with that feed, the next time they get fed is the next day.
All of our birds are able to walk. We got comments that they still have their bone structure still healthy because they're not gaining the weight too fast that their bones can't keep up. So we find that this works. This is what we're going to stay with. It's also cost effective. And these guys, anybody who owns broilers or any chicken, you put down food they're going to want to eat. Hungry or not, that they're just going to want to eat. That's just what they're programmed to do. You want to wrap this up?
Okay, not a problem. Hey, so we're going to put one more water right over here in this other pen. So they have a little extra water. But that's going to be it. We may bring these tassels down right here. We hang them up. We try to put 4 of these tassels in every one of our pens, and it, like you see over here, it just hangs the feeders. Easy carabiner with some twine that comes from a hay bale. It's easy. It hangs from the rafters. Now the clips, we used to use these kind of clips right here, but it's so much easier just to slam the hanger of the feeder right there on that clip of the D-ring, and it goes in so much easier. So although you still have to open up the D-ring taking them off, it's so much easier just to slam the feeder onto the D-ring like that.
When you're being
putting
mauled.
them back on. Yeah, when you're being mauled by several chickens. But guys, thanks for watching. We're going to sign off. If you like the content, please subscribe to Baker's Acres. Please leave comments below how we can make this better and what you would like to see us take a video of. Again, we have rabbits inside. We got cattle over here, broiler chickens, and probably 4 or 5 different pens on the outside. We got Orpingtons in another pen. We got all kinds of stuff. Videos are to come from everything that I just listed. Okay, guys, appreciate you stopping by. I sort of slurred there, sorry. Appreciate you stopping by here on Baker's Acres, and we'll see you next time. Bye.